Welcome back to Popcorn Breakfast. Today we will be talking about Moving On, starring Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. All right, so welcome back. This week I went to see Moving On, starring Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. To be completely honest, this isn't the type of movie that I might typically be drawn to. The fact is, I needed to see something that was showing very early at the theater because I had an obligation to meet later in the day. So, this is the one that I saw. It was good though. I will say it was good. And, Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda are amazing actors, of course. So, this was a story about the impact of trauma on a person and how it can really spread out throughout the entirety of their life, prevent them from living their whole full life, can impact the people around them. It's also a little bit about just some of the damage that can be done to a person when they don't get to live their full life authentically. Other factors aside from trauma is really the focus of the film, but there are also other factors that can prevent a person from living their fully authenticated life that are addressed in the film, and that could be society or that could be family. So that's really what this film is about, is not getting to live your full life and having trauma and what that does to a person. So, excuse me, the main character in the movie is a woman named Claire, and her entire life was completely destroyed and upended by the vile actions, we'll say that, of her closest friend. She's got two closest girlfriends, so one of her closest girlfriends' husband. This impacted literally everything in her life. It impacted her marriage. It made her kind of, go into herself and pull away from her friendships. She had another marriage, and it seems like that may have been impacted by this as well. So, where the movie picks up is that the friend had passed away, and Claire has vowed to kill the husband. His name is Howard. He's played by Malcolm McDowell, who, of course, always does a really good villain. So that's the basic premise of the movie. Claire comes to town to attend the funeral, but really she is there to kill Howard. Her other college best friend is played by Lily Tomlin. She shares her plan with her other friend, and Lily Tomlin's character is so amazing, and she's supportive but not too supportive. Of course, she doesn't want her friend to commit murder, but she wants to be a supportive friend, and she knows that if there's a reason, there's probably a reason. Um, so that's where it is, and that's what the movie is. And I don't want to say much else and spoil anything and give anything away. I will say the movie is billed as a dark comedy, and I would say that it's more like a lighthearted drama. So there are funny moments and there are funny lines, but mostly it just seems in the spirit of keeping it lighthearted. It is sort of an odd tone because the actual subject matter of the movie is very dark. There is, of course, a murder plot. There's a lot of activity around sexual assault. It's all verbalized. It's not, you don't see anything in the film, but even just verbal, I would say that this one's not necessarily for the kids, but it's very, very dark, but then also lighthearted about it. So the tone of it, I feel, is a little odd, but they made it work somehow. It's a very, very short movie, so there's not much that I could say. I think it's under an hour and a half. So it's a quick movie. Um, so there's not really a lot to say now without giving away giving away too much story. I will say that Jane Fonda is gorgeous. Her hair is just hashtag goals. Lily Tomlin is amazing and sweet, and I hope that one day I can grow up to be just like Lily Tomlin's character in this movie. Malcolm McDowell, as I said before, always a creepy, sinister guy. Absolutely is creepy here also. And there's also Richard Roundtree, and he plays such a sweet and kind-hearted fellow. So he's a really nice balance to the Malcolm McDowell character. So you don't come out of this, angry with all men or anything like that. I would recommend this movie maybe to someone who is looking for a woman's revenge kind of story, but doesn't want anything quite so graphic as I Spit on Your Grave or Promising Young Woman. I would say it falls into the same category as those movies. The subject matter is very similar. It's just not shown. It's very tell, don't see with regard to those things. So if you're looking to see a film like that, this could be the one for you. I would also recommend it to fans of any of these stars. Honestly, all of their performances are fantastic. And let me see what else. Where else? I don't know who else I would recommend it to. Like you said, it's not really my flavor of movie, so maybe it's a little hard for me to guess. I will say that the movie should come with some sort of a trigger warning. Like I said, it is absolutely about assault, and that is discussed quite a bit in the film. So if that's something that would be triggering or bothersome for you, I would know that before going in to see the movie. Otherwise, I think it would be a nice rental for, a person who's interested in seeing this movie. There's nothing particularly cinematic going on in this movie that would necessitate a visit to a movie theater. It's not so hilarious that you'll, get a buzz off of being around the other audience members. So it's a good Sunday afternoon rental if you're in a pretty dark, pretty dark mood. So, all right, that is my popcorn breakfast this week. I don't know what's up next week. I'm really hoping that what is up next week will be the Dungeons and Dragons movie. But I don't know. Time will tell. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great week.